All right, so thank you all for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to do traditional 26 and 2 yoga, 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. This style of yoga is traditionally done in a hot room, and if you, like me, do not have access to a super hot room at this time, we will start with 3 rounds of sun salutations just to warm up the body and then hop into traditional 26 and 2 yoga. So for the sun salutations, you want to come towards the top of your mat. I'm going to come towards the back and show you in periphery. Every movement with the sun salute goes with an inhale or an exhale. Breathing slowly against the back of the throat is called Ujjayi breathing, and it helps to generate heat in your body. So bring your feet close together. Take a moment, bring the weight into your toes. Maybe rock the weight back into your heels, and then evenly distribute your body weight on both feet, just standing up tall. Okay, bring your hands together at heart center. And we'll begin with 3 rounds of sun salutations. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead as if you were greeting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Put your hands on the floor and relax your head down. Inhale, lengthen to lift. Come up halfway. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or even the floor in front of you, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor and step or hop back either into a high plank or into tabletop position. From here, hug your elbows in, and on your next exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog, bend one knee, straighten the other, try to press your hips towards the ceiling, heels towards the floor, relax your head down. And if down dog does not feel right for your body, no problem, come onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips forward and reach your arms down. So every plank can be a tabletop, every down dog can be a child's pose, and if that vinyasa action in between of lowering down and doing a back bend, if that doesn't feel right for your wrists or shoulders, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. On your next inhale, hands on the floor, step forward, look forward, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, drop your head. Inhale, reach to rise, come on up, arms with your ears looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, relax your head. Inhale into a halfway lift, weight in your toes, back flat, stomach in. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, step back into your high plank. Remember that you can go here, from here directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, go forward 2 inches, hug your elbows in, lower down halfway, and inhale, come up either into your up dog with thighs off the floor, or baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog or child's pose. So for child's pose, forehead to floor, reach your arms forward and sink your hips down. For down dog, lift your hips up, press your heels down, and relax your head. Look for your shins behind you. Spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Press down there. Take a slow inhale, Ujjayi breathing, and a slow exhale. Inhale, look forward. You can step or hop forward, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, come on up, arms with your ears looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good. Last one. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank, keep exhaling. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, hips up, down dog. For the last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. You might need a slightly wider stance. Spread your shoulders wide, bring the shoulders away from your ears, hip points up to the ceiling, head down towards the floor. Press the floor away from you, lift your thighs up, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, reach to rise, come on up, arms with your ears looking up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up. From here, we're going to hop into traditional 26 and 2 yoga. Come to the middle of your mat and towel, feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels and relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. 2 sets of pranayama, deep breathing. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun, have a great class. Begin, inhale, chin down and arms up, breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, HA, sound, head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Good, inhale, chin down, slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead, lift your elbows all the way up, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up as you exhale, open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling, HA, sound, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, glue your ankle bones together, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs, weight stays in your heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale, open your rib cage wide, stomach in, expand your rib cage, expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up, even as you exhale, stomach in, eyes open, shoulders down, elbows up, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, hold still, stomach in. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhaling through your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling, head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lungs empty, 1. Inhale, head down. So there's 4 nodes of breathing, the inhale, the exhale, and the pause between. Exhale, head up. Sometimes we're so focused on the exhale or inhale, we forget to hold for just 1 second, elbows touch, be still. Inhale, head down, and then you work to slowly, methodically fill up your lungs, breathing all the way into the bottom of the lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push the hair back, push the head back, I should say, drop your head back, stretch your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, use your chin to push your knuckles down, palms face the floor, wrists straight, forearms frame the face. Exhale, head up, now use your knuckles to push your head back, head raises slightly, squeeze your palms together, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, last breath in the second set. Make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, come roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue, half moon with hands to feet pose. Keep your feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, nice tight grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, contract your thighs, and push your hips a little forward. Squeeze your palms together, bring your head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day and there's no rush. Know where you need to be. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. Sorry if I'm freezing a little bit. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, bring your head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward, get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you push your hips to the right, coming down in a straight line without bending your elbows or knees. So if the knees or elbows are bending, come up a little bit, lift your chin, lift your chest. It's a very proud posture and you have a lot to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Notice if the weight is creeping into your toes. Bring the weight back into your heels, hips more forward, upper body back. On this side, push your right hip forward, two hips in line, left shoulder forward, two shoulders in line, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. Show you from the side, take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open and relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your arms up, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine backward bending, whole front of the body stretching. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and then bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, lengthen up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Put your hands on the floor, relax your head, and go for a walk. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, and flexible. Okay, Padastasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. In this style of yoga, try to bend your elbows back behind your calves, like one day elbows will touch. Everybody roll forward like a wheel. Touch your stomach to thighs, chest to knees, and then let your head go. Eventually touch space to the shins. Below the knees, no room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes. Lift your hips up. Push your knees back. Try to stretch your spine. Good. Change. Come on up. Arms with ears. Knees can bend. Nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. It's the whole goal, just standing taller. Second set, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Weight in your heels, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left, coming down without bending your elbows and knees. It's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm bending to the left when in fact I'm bending to the right. You are welcome to follow my words or my body. Just know that in general, we will do the right side of postures first in this yoga. Keep the weight in your heels, continue to breathe slowly, in and out through the nose. Tilt your left hip forward 1 inch, right shoulder forward, everything opening to the front of your mat space. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. So do flower petals bloom towards the floor, or do they bloom towards the sun, right? You want to keep your chin and chest lifted, and notice if the hips and shoulders are starting to twist down towards the floor. Instead, you want to open up towards the ceiling. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back, touch your biceps with ears, right hip forward, two hips in line, left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head all the way back, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. So you're trying to trace your fingers along the ceiling down the back wall. If your knees or elbows are bending, come up a little bit, lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. Put your hands on the floor, relax your head again, and then go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Try to keep your heels on the floor, so it's the hips and hammies moving rather than the feet. Okay, second set, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway, grab your heels from behind and wrap your elbows back, stomach to thighs, chest, knees, let your head go, touch your face to your shins. Imagine you're trying to hook your rib cage over your knees, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up, stretch your upper body down so eventually head comes towards the feet. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, Push your knees back. One day legs will lock. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow, especially at the top of class during a seasonal transition in the middle of a pandemic and an election year. Roll forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine. Change, come on up, arms with ears, knees can bend. Good, arms down. So we're not really going for depth so much as form and healing, right? Your priority in class, I hope, is to heal yourself rather than to like, kill yourself in every posture, right? Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, 6 inches hip width distance, insides of your feet, perfectly parallel like 11s, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair, feet flat position. Spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. Can you sit down 1 more inch? Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, lay back, try to fall down backwards at the end. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward, now come up all the way on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part. Heels down for a moment, keep your arms nice and strong, shoulders soft. Squeeze your knees together, keep your toes pointing forward, just knees coming together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, stop whenever you want, or keep going and stop when you're a ½ inch off your heels. So you want to squeeze your knees together and down, pointing the knees down towards the floor, lifting your chest up towards the ceiling, fingers pointing forward. Change, slowly come up, knees together, hips forward. Good for you, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance. I'll show you from the side. Keep the insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, suck your stomach in. 3, 2, 1, bend your knees and sit back and down. So the first part's kind of like a gym squat, right? You can stick your butt out and fold all the way forward if it helps you get thighs parallel to the floor. From here, stomach in and start to lift up. Shoulders back and down, lift your chin up, chest up. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward so your back is nice and long. Spread your toes wide and come up all the way in your tiptoes. So we're starting to play with balance. Lift your heels, stretch up, bend your knees and sit down. A trick to balance, focus one unmoving spot in front of you. Don't even blink your eyes. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, heels down. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down to a count of 10 in your head. So sometimes when we're familiar with a subject, be it yoga or something else, we want to show our skill by going fast, right? Like how fast could you do a multiplication table? But in yoga, actually the slower you go, the more skill you often show, right? We're going slowly with control. That's where we get strength and balance. Lift up 1 inch and hold. And then change, slowly push the floor away from you, going slow. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. Look at your arms, identify which arm is right, which arm is left. Don't mix them up. Inhale, arms overhead, we'll do the right side. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm. Right elbow under left elbow. You can grab shoulders. You can interlace fingers or have hands in prayer, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg as high as possible. At first, the foot's hanging out. Point your toes towards your right calf and eventually wrap your right foot. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance like I am, lean your upper body back, knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit a little lower, lean your upper body back at the end. Good. Change, feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm, left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Whoop, left leg over right leg, and eventually that leg wraps. Now something to note, we're not symmetrical, right? This side might feel a little or a lot different, and that's okay. Just breathing through the nose. That's your number one priority. Bring your knees to the left. You want your toes and knees to point forward, upper body to the right. Sit down more, lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, right into second set. Bring your right arm under your left arm, palms together, wrists straight, pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep, cross twist. So we're starting to transition into the balancing part of class. And sometimes when we balance, we forget to breathe, we hold our breath, we tense our jaw. Make sure your face is relaxed. Breath is steady. Sit down more. Lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, finish strong. Bring your left arm under your right arm, palms together, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Left over right, continue to breathe slow, in and out through your nose. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, sit a little bit lower, sit a little bit lower. Bring the weight back into your heel, sit a little bit lower, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Lovely to be here with all of you. And I apologize if I'm freezing a little bit. I feel like I might be, so sorry if that is the case. But you guys are all seasoned veterans, so I hope you can fill in the blanks if I am freezing. Okay, cool. We will continue. Standing head to knee pose, Dandayamana Janu Shavasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, contract your left kneecap, lift your left leg up, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back. So point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back towards your face, stomach in. Option to stay here or slowly round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. This is the setup and you're welcome to stay here. You're working on your balance. You're rounding your spine, strengthening your core. If you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble, inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg locked. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and then start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly, reverse, out. Shift your weight to your right leg. I'll show you this one from the side. Lift your right kneecap up, lift your left thigh, point your left toes, flex your left toes, keep your toes flexed back. Option to stay here or start to round down. Stomach in, and eventually pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Standing legs should be solid concrete. One piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. If you've been coming for a while and you know your right leg is locked, inhale, breathing, slowly lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your right leg is bending a whole bunch, posture hasn't started. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an L. Like Linda, bend elbows down, stomach in, touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. See if you can press your hips forward, moving your heel forward so that you could almost pick your right heel off the floor. Change, slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, ha, or a knee bend, Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot, contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, round down, and pick up your right foot. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Here we go. Lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, hips forward, slowly tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Hold where you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Take your time as you reverse out, just the way you went in. Good for you. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, contract inner thigh as well as outer thigh, squeeze your right butt cheek, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, don't forget to breathe, round down, pick up your foot, webbing to webbing grip. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Stomach in, Lift your right kneecap up, and when you're ready, lift your left leg up. Heel forward and toes back. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below the calf muscles, keep moving your hips forward towards your ribs. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee, if only in your mind's eye. Heel forward, toes back, stomach in. Change. Take your time as you reverse out. Beautiful. Okay, so that was a forward curl. Next, we do a big back bend and a shoulder opener. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together. Bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right and give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yeah, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Bring your right hip forward, knees together. Bring your left arm up and all the way back with your ear. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, in other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. So kick really hard, slowly come down. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Let's do the other side. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Press your left hip forward and down. Try to start with your hips in line. Bring your right arm up and all the way back with your ear. Lift your right kneecap, contract your right quadricep, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward as you kick your left leg back and up. Keep your chin and chest lifted and go slow. The slower you do, the better you do. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up, foot coming over the top of your head to get the deep back bend. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. So actively charge your body forward and kick harder. Body down more, chin up more, touch your big toe to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up, take a breath. Notice the quality of energy in your body. Is it anxious, frenetic, or is it calm and smooth? Even as the heart rate increases, see if you can use your breath to soothe the body. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, knees together, left arm all the way back. So we're practicing grace under pressure. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. That's all you have to do. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, and breathe through the nose. Make it an offering to yourself, reaching left shoulder forward, relaxing right shoulder back. If you fall out, hop back in, slowly belly down more. Keep your chest lifted, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, slowly come up, change, nice. Last one, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, knees together, right arm up, squeeze your right thigh, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Breathe into the body, kick into the hand, stretch forward towards the top of your mat. Lift your right kneecap, everything lifting up against gravity, right? So chest up, chin up, right leg up, right leg nice and contracted, left big toe up, keep kicking, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Good for you. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Tula Dandasana balancing stick. Feet together, inhale your arms over your head, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip. Bring your head and arms back, step your right foot forward. Lock both legs, point your left toes, and slowly tilt like a seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, 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 change. Left foot down, right foot back, arms back, lean back, step your left foot forward. Lock both legs, point your right toes, and slowly tilt. Charge your body forward as you stretch your big toe back. Every muscle in the body contracting, but keep your face relaxed. Chest down more, chin forward, heel up, stretch, change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Can you hold still for one holy, sacred breath? Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. So this yoga asks the question, can you go from movement to stillness to movement, like a BMW, 0 to 60. Chin forward, chest down, heel up, stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back, arms back, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, and go down with control. So we're looking for where we can hold still, as well as where we can move. We're looking for what parts of our body we can contract, as well as what parts of our mind we can relax. Change, right foot down, left foot back, float your arms down. Next is the separate leg series. We're going to balance on 2 legs. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will face you. Standing separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Bikapapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. If you have sciatica, point your toes forward, insides of your feet parallel. Otherwise, try turning your toes in towards each other. Lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, lift your chest, stick your butt up, and swan dive forward. Looking forward. Good. Grab your heels, roll forward, and touch your forehead to the floor. Now, if you have a long torso like I do, it might be easy to touch your forehead to the floor. But if you have like tight knees or hamstrings or long legs, I'm so jealous, take a bigger step. From here, you can grab the backs of your legs, you can grab the outsides of your feet, or start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward into the balls of your feet, lift your hips up, contract your quadricep muscles, lift your kneecaps up, and lock your legs. Pull and stretch. Now see if you can touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change. Slowly come up with a straight spine, flat back, push your hips forward. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, and arms down. If your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, experiment with a slightly bigger step. Every body is different. Second set, arms overhead. Step your right foot to the right, the step that works for you. Tall, grande, venti, customize it. Turn your toes and heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. So too much choice is kind of maddening, right? That's like part of this practice is it's very exacting. But in this posture and the next 2, you might need a 3-foot step or you might need a 5-foot step, right? Because the proportion of your spine to your legs is different than mine. Everybody roll forward, push your big toes down, lift your hips up, pull, stretch, lock your legs. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching. Coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time, nice, step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down, lovely. Next is triangle, Trikonasana, inhale, arms overhead, exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. So for me, I take a much bigger step in this posture than the last one. You might need to as well. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, and turn your right foot out. Left toes in a little bit. Inhale, bend your right leg and lunge. So the goal here is to get your knee over your ankle. You might need a smaller or larger step. Keep sitting down as low as you can, so eventually right thigh bicep parallel to the floor. Keep your spine straight in the middle and just move your arms. Stretch down, elbow in front of the knee. Hover your right fingers just above your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder and breathe in and out through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture, lock your left leg, keep your whole left foot, even your pinky toe, flat on the floor. Good, beautiful, change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, do a check, make sure your heels are in line, not crisscross. That will make this more pleasant. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. And again, you might need to play around with a bigger or smaller step. Eventually, left leg makes a 90-degree angle, upside down L like Linda. Oh, Linda, stay down there and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingers just above your big and second toe. So you want to just stretch down ever so slightly and then look up, look for your right thumb and stretch up. You want one long diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. So hips sitting down and chest lifting up. Chest lifting up, hips sitting down. Turn, twist upper body back, make the rotation, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Good, change. Move your arms, push the left heel into floor. Left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, arms down, holding still. Second set, arms over your head, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, hips forward, upper body back, turn your right foot out, maybe left toes in a little bit, bend your right leg and lunge, sit low, get low, get low, get low, lean back and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling. So drop your left thigh down, push your right knee back, look up and stretch up. Use your triceps, reach your left arm up, stretch your right arm down, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. So you want to open the chest towards the ceiling, turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Good, change, rotate your arms, push right heel into the floor, right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in line. Okay, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back and move your arms. If you feel like your feet are sliding apart, try to squeeze your heels together. Feet stay in place, but that's the inner thigh strength we want to engage. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Turn, twist upper body back, lift your right kneecap, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Good, change. Rotate your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and arms down. Beautiful. Next posture, we literally go inward, standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikattapada, Janushirasana. Michael, it's your favorite. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 feet minimum, at least 36 inches between your heels. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. If you're on the long side of your mat, you will face the back of your mat. Turn your back toes in. Push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times beyond your flexibility. 2 hips in a line, 2 heels in a line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round your spine, take your time, touch your forehead to your knee. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. To touch your knee and head together, you can bend your front leg a whole bunch like I am. You might need a slightly bigger or smaller step. Do your best to bring your knee and head closer together. One day, forehead and knee touch. Push your forehead into your knee, walk both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in, and then you can press your hips forward until your hips are in line. So right hip forward, left shoulder back. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Take your time. The slower you do, that's where you build the strength, the balance, the control. Keep moving your right hip forward as you round your spine. Bend your front leg if you need to. Experiment with the width of your step. See if you can touch your knee and head together. And if your knee and head aren't touching today, please don't force it, especially if you have a history of slip disc. This is a posture to go slow with. Eventually, you round your spine so much that knee and head touch, but it does not have to happen today. Beyonce was not built in a day, neither were you. Take your time, chin to chest, eventually forehead and knee touch. Push your forehead into your knee. Squeeze both thighs, lock both legs, hands together first. I know it's tempting to come up without hands together first. And now change, slowly come up. Take your time, arms with ears, head up last. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Take a breath. And go again, second set, head to knee, arms up. Palms together, only cross your thumbs, fingers uninterlaced. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push your hips forward, left hip forward, one more time.
Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your right foot all the way down. For balance challenge, try to keep your hands together in the second set. Touch knee and head together, and every time you exhale, pull your abdomen even more in. So belly button up towards the ceiling, middle spine up towards the ceiling, round your back to compress your abdominal wall. Push your forehead into your knee, contract both thighs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, biceps with ears, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. I'll show you from the front. So you want your heels in a line, but not crisscross, right? That'll make it really hard to balance. Turn your back toes in, and then you can move your hips forward until your hips and armpits face the front of your mat space. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down slowly with control. So when you go slow, you might notice that your right hip starts to lift up. See if you can press your right hip forward so that your hips stay in line. This way it's your spine moving rather than your hips compensating. When our back is tight, which is like most of us, the hips will try to open up. Instead, press your right hip forward, peel your left hip back so that both sides of your hips, your shoulders, your back round equally, you're not twisting your spine. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, stomach in, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, hips forward, biceps with ears, head up, last. Good for you. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Middle of your mat and towel for tree and then toe. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Hold on to your foot from underneath the foot. Touch your heel to your costume, so sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your knees. You want to feel it in your hip, not your knee. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up. Take a breath. Good, change. Slowly lower your right leg down. Lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. And at first, maybe your foot's just on your shin, your knee, your thigh. That's okay. One day, heel to costume. Let your left knee drop down. So this is a great way to train your hips and knees to sit in lotus pose. Bring your left hand up. And if you can balance, right hand up. But if you're like me and your foot falls a lot, just continue to hold on to your foot with your hand. Press your hips forward and lift your chest up. Good, change, left leg down. Option to do a second set of tree. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes, it helps with balance. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. This time your foot can be anywhere on top of your thigh, anywhere above the knee, eventually all the way up. Bring your one or both hands together, namaskar, stomach in. Start to fold forward. At first, dangling forward. Eventually, hands to floor, walk forward, lean forward like you're gonna do a handstand, lift your heel. Keep leaning forward as you bend your knee and sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Point your right toes, drop your right knee down, try to get your knees in line. Hips pointing forward, so right hip forward. Left hand, right hand. Elbows down, palms together, come a ½ inch off your heel just for funsies. Good, when you're ready, hands to floor. Lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and press your hips forward to reverse out. And if you need to come out on both feet, please do so. Good. Second set, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. I'll show you this one from the side. So if your foot is prone to sliding like mine is, continue to hold on to it on the way down. Start to fold forward. Hands to floor, you want to lean forward first, so shoulders over wrists, lift your heel, keep leaning forward as you bend your knee and sit, so there's not weight in your kneecap. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, press your left hip forward, point your left toes, drop your left knee down, left hand, right hand, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good, when you're ready, hands to floor. So you can either come up on 2 feet or to reverse out, you're gonna straighten your standing leg and then push the hips forward. Good for you, change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle ever so slightly. Wee, okay. Savasana. Lying down on your back, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station.
Let it fill you up. When your limbs are close together like this, your heart and lungs don't have to work very hard to pump fresh blood and oxygen through the body. It is a truly restorative posture. Take an inhale and an even slower exhale. Breathing in and emptying out. Pavanamuktasana, when you're moving pose. Lift your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, nice tight grip. Grab your right shin just below the knee. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, and pull down extra hard. Maximum pressure in your lower right abdomen. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down and hold still. Do keep your right leg on the floor. If your right leg doesn't naturally touch the floor, that's normal. Try flexing your right toes back to your face to anchor the calf down. Change, left leg down and both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a really big hug for coming to class, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor. Without lifting your head, gently look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good, change, arms down and eyes open. Stack and set, lift your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. So try to bring your knee down towards your armpit. It is easy to overdo this. Notice if you're rolling way to the right, try to anchor your left shoulder, left hip, left calf on the floor. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Notice if your left foot is crossing the center line of your body, bring your left foot a little to the left so that your shoulder, knee, hip, and ankle all run parallel to your spine like train tracks. Change, left leg down and both legs up, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top, squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your heels in line side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your heels, you line up your hips and by extension your spine. So eventually the shoulders, the hips, the neck, everything softening, lengthening, relaxing down to the floor as you squeeze and hold. Good, change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, especially a history of slip discs, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. The rise, legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest and sit up. Exhale, grab big toes. Exhale, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Wonderful. Turn and lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, so all 10 fingers point forward. Bring your feet together like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% back strength. Good. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Nice, Mario. Elbows stay bent. They make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Hug your arms into your sides, feet together like you're zipping up your body. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up. Chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Take an inhale and an exhale. Second set. Bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, not cupping, all 5 fingers together, little fingers in line with the deltoids. Feet together, lock your legs, look up, and lift. So this is the first of 4 postures in the spine strengthening series. We're starting to wake up the muscles in the back. Create a little bit of resistance between your hands and the floor. You're not like pushing yourself up, right? But you do want to press the hands down a little bit, and that'll start to wake up the upper back muscles as well as the lower back. Change, slowly lower down, look to your left, right ear on the towel, arms down, heels fall open. If you have a tight neck and it hurts to look left and right, as you look to the left, you can bend your left hand or even both hands up towards your face, and that'll take pressure off of the neck. Okay, everybody's favorite posture, Locust, Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arm straight position, rotate your arms down so palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can, right, left. Right, left, hi ho. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Spread your fingers wide, lock your right leg, eyes open, point your right toes, chin down, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, good. Half of 90, see the foot come directly over the top of your head. Lengthen to lift, stretch your big toe back, lift your thigh up 1 more inch. Good, change, slowly right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Imagine you're drawing a line up the back wall. Use your left big toe, looks good, Junia. Press the shoulders down, keep your eyes open, mouth closed, lift your left quadricep muscle, and then lift your heel up. Good, change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide. Squeeze your buns, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up, you can do it. Miss Jamie, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight. Squeeze your butt more than you think you can. Lock your legs, point your toes, lift your legs up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out, look to the right, and take a deep and slow breath. So even as the heart rate increases, notice if you can still breathe slow. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, thumbs outside, fingers inside, bring your arms underneath you. One day arms underneath the body, but never forcing the body, right? Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So this posture is a great example of an asana that might be uncomfortable for a lot of us. A little bit of like heart racing, a little bit of discomfort, that's okay. But it's up to you to discern, right? You're not going to a point of pain, point where you're like forcing your body, you're holding your breath. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. So sometimes, you got to have your mouth down in the first part, or you got to bring your arms out to the side, and that's perfectly fine. Eventually arms underneath the body, eventually in the one-legged part, chin forward. Change, left leg down. So the one-legged bit is kind of the warm-up. The third part's the real deal. Tuck your chin in, mouth down for a nice neutral long neck, mouth on the mat. Bring your arms closer, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. So you want to use your hips and forearms for leverage to roll forward kind of like a seesaw. Press down through your fingers, not just your wrists. Mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your heels up. Good, change, slowly lower down, arms out. Look to the left and breathe. As you release the arms, you release the tourniquet effect. Lots of fresh blood rushing through the knuckles, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Take a breath. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. So nice. 747, taking off just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up towards the ceiling where your eyes go. Body knows to follow. Spread your arms apart. Keep your feet together. Fingertips together, all 5 fingers together. Lock your legs. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up. Look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change. Slowly lower down. Tuck in your wings. Look to the right, eyes open, mouth closed. As you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. And as you exhale, soften everything down. Sometimes when we think about our ribs, we only think about them from the front, because that's like what we see in a mirror, right? But your ribs are 3-dimensional. And man, I hope that's like maybe a little bit of a metaphor for you. Sometimes we take people, even ourselves, at face value, like what we can see, but you are 3-dimensional. The people you are interacting with, even if it's purely online right now, we're all 3-dimensional, right? So the same way that you're experiencing the backs of your ribs moving here, remember that there's always, more to people than what meets the eye. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. And when you get a deep enough back bend, hey, one day maybe you can see the backs of your ribs. For today, keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So you're not dropping your head down. You're also not like jamming it back all the way, just gently looking up towards the ceiling so you get this nice opening through the chest and throat. Feet together, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left and breathe. All you have to do is breathe. Dhanurasana floor bow. Chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below your toes, thumbs with your index fingers. point your toes, squeeze your tush, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. For this version of bow, you want to freeze between your ribs and your hips. So maybe roll forward 1 inch and hold. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Are your knees way wider than your hips? I'm right there with you. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your right, and take a breath, breathing in, and breathing out. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, all 5 fingers together, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. Good. So from the side, arms and legs are 2 wheels and 1 base. This is the last posture on our stomach. It's the last posture in the spine strengthening series. You want to get a nice opening through your chest, your shoulders, your throat, and a deep back bend. Point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Change. Lovely, Patrick. Slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on the floor. Good. Bring your chin forward, hands on the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat and towel for fixed form Supta Vidrasana. I will show you the first set from the side for this posture and the next 3 as well. So start in tabletop, open your knees and open your feet. From here, start to walk your hands back and sink your hips down. Eventually, you'll touch your hips to the floor in between your heels. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time, maybe even doing a bit of a back bend. If you can sit your hips down between your heels, knees on the floor, and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain, left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other, and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Head up last, very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Lying on your back, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. And as you release out of that posture, you release a little bit of a tourniquet effect on the lower body. Fresh blood rushing through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips. Sometimes the release out of the posture and the subsequent blood flow is as therapeutic as the posture itself. So often in postures, we're strengthening muscles or we're stretching muscles, we're opening joints, but then in the release, we get nice circulation through the body, healing scar tissue. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the top of your mat and towel, open your knees and feet. If first set was easy, bring your knees together. If first set was hard, open your knees wider. You can stay right here, pretend like you're on the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit magazine. As you're ready, start to walk your hands back. Thank you, Yasmin, for that joke. Eventually sit your hips down, point your toes back, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Oh gosh, we did a restorative class yesterday where we held this posture for 5 minutes. It was so fun. The name of the class was Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. And in my opinion, this is the penultimate head, shoulders, knees, and toes posture, right? We're stretching through the kneecaps, through tightness in the toes. And when you're all the way back, you're also opening through your chest. Try to get your neck on the floor as you look down the center line of your body. Change. Put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up. Head up last. Turn around, Savasana. If you've ever been to a Dolly Parton concert, she's really good at self-promotion, within the concert. She'll be like, and check out this, and check out this. And in the spirit of Dolly and her donation to the vaccine, check out Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes now on YouTube, my Holly Hancock YouTube channel. Just kidding. If the sit-ups are, not really, if the sit-ups are hurting your back, please skip the sit-up and roll off to the side, right? You can always skip the sit-ups. Otherwise, another one, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good. Come to the top of the middle of your mat and towel for half tortoise Ardha Karmasana, showing you from the side. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. Option to place one or both hands on the floor and walk yourself in. Otherwise, going down, arms with ears, forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor. Try to get your elbows and wrists off the floor, palms together in prayer, just thumbs crossed. So tilt pinky fingers down. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. You can put your hands on the floor and push up or come up, arms with ears, squeeze feet together. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So if you find that your back is hurting after class, and like not in a good way, right? Like sometimes we're a little sore after a workout, but in a like, ooh, so I did something wrong. The first thing to take out of your practice is the sit-ups. If if your back is bothering you after class, skip the sit-ups for like a week or so and then try them again, maybe like, in the next month or whatever that is. And if there's ever like, you're noticing something's happening after class, or you're noticing that a certain posture is bothering you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to like workshop stuff with you guys. I find that super fun. I might not have an answer to your question, but I might have like some other questions to ask you. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat and towel, second set, half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, stretching the ankles, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top, stretch up and go down slowly with control. The slower you do, the better you do. Forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, press your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Good, change, come on up, knees together, feet together, hands together. It's so hard, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Try to get at least one good breath in every Savasana, so you just get this nice rush of oxygen through the body. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Come to the top of your mat and towel for Camel Ustrasana. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Place your hands on your back. Show you from the side. Press your hips forward. Keep your eyes open and start to look up towards the ceiling. Just putting the thought in your body. You can stay here or lift your nose, lift your chin, and let your head drop back. You can stay here or keep your hands on your back and go back halfway, freeze in the middle. You can stay here or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, keep your hands on your back. It's safer for your spine. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back, look for your toes behind you. Change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. If you feel some kind of way when you're in the posture or right when you come out, know that that's normal. So if you're feeling like any sort of sensation like dizzy, nauseous, lightheaded, or maybe like an emotion or psychedelic experience, that's totally normal. We're stretching this big bundle of nerves in the front of our body. It wants to be stretched, right? I promise. Like when we're tense, when we're tight, we hunch forward, we squeeze. So these back bends are releasing some of that tension. It can feel a little or a lot intense when we're in it, when we're literally going through it. But after class, we feel good, right? The only way out is through, and camel pose is like a big part of that emotional tunnel, right? Just pushing your way to the other side. So if first set was rough, there's nothing wrong with you. If nobody's told you this yet today, there's nothing wrong with you, but there's also nothing wrong with you doing second set. So here we go. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Enjoy the stretch between back bends. Good, come to the top of your mat and towel, open your knees a little wider, and if you have tight knees like I do today, roll up your mat a little bit this. There's extra padding under your knees. So 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still keep 6 inches between your feet. Place your hands on your lower back. Maybe experiment with bringing your elbows in closer behind you in the second set so you really start to stretch through the front of your body. Squeeze your tush, keep your eyes open, press your hips forward, and just plant a seed by looking up. And maybe this is where you hold today, slowly opening the front of the body. Eventually head back, go back halfway, and eventually or in the future, grab your heels or keep your hands on your back, dealer's choice. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back, and hold. Maybe giving something up in the back bend. Change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up. Very nice, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Let the floor hold you up. Notice any sensations. They can be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Notice, but practice non-attachment. So you're not ignoring what's coming across your plane of consciousness, but you're also not following it down a rabbit hole. Take a slow inhale. Slow exhale, just watching thoughts and feelings pass like clouds in the sky. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head. Flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Arms over your ears. Wonderful. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. We're going to flip it and reverse it with Rabbit Sasangasana. So sit knees, feet together, make L's with your hands like little bunny ears, and grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside. It's so cheesy. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Chin tuck to chest. Round thigh spine, touch forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Reach back, grab your heels up to the arches, don't lose the grip, pull on your heels, and lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. If your grip is sliding or your feet are coming off the floor, ease up. There's very little weight in your neck and head. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So on maybe a psychological or even spiritual level, in that back bend and camel pose, right, the messaging is, hey world, I'm open, right? I'm not afraid, I'm opening the front of my body, I'm letting my head go, I'm opening my heart space, right? That's the messaging. In the forward curl and rabbit, it's kind of the opposite, right? It's like, hey, I'm going inward. Rather than being like open to what's around me, I'm open to what's inside of me going inward. On a biological level, that back bend, it stimulates the central nervous system, right? It stimulates parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system. So then when we do this forward curl, we're calming the central nervous system down, telling the body that there's no need to fight, flight, or freeze. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. And the beauty of yoga and movement in general is that so often the biological and the psychological meet, right? So that, hey world, I'm open, and that I'm going inward, that holds up with the central nervous system, what we're doing as well. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Same thing with dance, right? I think we can like see it, right? We can feel it in our body. The difference between stretching a hamstring or contracting a hamstring, the difference between rounding a spine or bending the spine, stretching the abdomen or compressing the abdomen. Sure, it's physical, but sometimes it's a little bit more than that too. Pull on your heels, lift your hips up, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, squeeze your heels together, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Beautiful. Turn around, Savasana. Almost to the end, everybody's doing great. Often towards the end of class, we start to think of like, what's for dinner, right? I'm right there with you. That's why I'm mentioning it, because I'm like, what's for dinner? But I'm going to invite you, rather than thinking about what comes next, I'm going to invite you and perhaps challenge you to keep your mind with your body till the very end of class. Legs together, be here now. Arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So we're gonna do 2 quick sets of head to knee with stretching. 2 quick sets, right leg out, left leg in, arms over your head, stretch up, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. The goal here is to touch your forehead to your knee. You can bend your right leg as much as you want, touch your knee and head together. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, 2 legs, make an L, a 90-degree angle. Stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, and again, bend your left leg as much as you need, touch your knee and head together. From here, interlock your fingers under the ball of your left foot, flex your toes back to your face, and bend your elbows down. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign, and sit up. Biceps with your ears. For Paschimottanasana, stretching, I'll show you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. So in head to knee pose, right, we rounded our spine. In stretching pose, you want to stretch your spine, and by extension, you're stretching your torso. So think about hooking your ribs over your knees. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a straight spine, flat back. Eventually, over time, you're going to scoot your butt back. One day, legs straight. One day, legs locked, and then go down, flat back, stomach to thighs, pull. Chest and knees stretch. One day, toes and head touch. Good, change, come up, turn around, Savasana. And if you think about it too, right, we do that big back bend camel, and then we do rabbit, and then we do head to knee. So after you do this big like heart opener, this deep back bend, then we do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do 6, rounded spine postures in a row, right? So we have lots of ways to calm down the central nervous system and open the vertebrae after that compression, that back bend. Legs together, arms over your head is very much on purpose. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Right leg out, left leg in, second set head to knee, another rounded spine posture. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, interlock your 10 fingers under the ball of your foot. And second set, maybe see if you can lengthen your leg a little bit more. One day leg straight, one day leg lock, bend elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. So notice if your right hip or right knee are coming off the floor, you want to roll to the right so that both sides of your back round equally. Right hip down, right knee down, right elbow down, right shoulder down, stomach in. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. You can stay here or lie down. Keep your heels on the floor and sit up. Stretching, second set, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left. You can pull your butt out from behind you. If it helps you, it helps me. Flex your toes back. Notice if your toes are turning in like tacos. Taco Tuesday was yesterday, silly. Flex your pinky toes back so the soles of your feet are flat. It's hard, I know. If you can, lock your legs. But again, notice if the knees are coming out and the toes are turning in. Spiral inner thighs down, flex little toes back and start to fold. Try to hook rib cage over knees as you go down, stomach to thighs, pull. Chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch, eventually or in the future. Change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Wonderful, last posture of the day, Ardha Matsyendrasana, spine twist. Take a moment, identify which is left, which is right. Don't mix them up. Bend your left leg on the floor. Touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm close behind you. Left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand. Hand, heel, and knee all touch in one magical spot. Ooh la la. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist. Notice if you're leaning back, if your left knee, your right foot is coming off the floor, press left knee down, right big toe down. You can keep your hand behind you or take it off the floor, grab your hip, waistband, one day wrap around for a half bind. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. I'll show you from the side. Bend your right leg on floor, touch left heel to right knee corner, left arm behind you, right arm up and over. Look down, and if you're sitting on your right foot, bring it out of the way, roll to the left, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder and twist. You can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind, keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open, point your right toes, keep your left foot and right knee on the floor. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. So in 26 and 2 yoga, we begin with a breathing exercise and we end full circle with another breathing exercise. So we always start and finish focusing on lung health, which I think is extra lovely these days. Here we go. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. Bring knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. For this version of Kapalabhati breathing, you're going to exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, snap your stomach in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically take in air. Pretty cool. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Sit up tall. All 5 fingers together, hands on the thighs. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall, shoulders down, chest up. Here we go. Four, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around. Final Savasana. Okay. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs. Our money is our currency. But more importantly, our time is our currency, especially these days, right? Money comes and goes, but time, it's unique, right? We never get it back. And it's theoretical in nature, right? But at the same time, in the present moment, it's real. Like this moment is real. The last moment, now that's a memory, right? That's not really real anymore. That's something that we're perceiving. But this moment, this breath, this is kind of the only actual real thing, right? So savor it. Take an inhale and an exhale. And when we start to view time in that way, like notice what you're investing in, right? Good for you, because today you invested in yourself. 75 full minutes, maybe more. Good for you. Nobody can take that accomplishment away from you, right? This yoga, again, putting it in very American capitalistic terms, it is like putting money in the bank, and specifically it is like putting money in a savings account. It's cumulative. As you do it more and more, it starts to add up. Things start to click, right? Parts of the body start to open, but parts of the mind start to open too. It's pretty cool. And same thing with a savings account. You know, you put the yoga away, you keep doing it, and you save it for a rainy day or month or season or year when it's hard to get to class, and that's okay. But you've created this like lovely moment in time for yourself today, and nobody can take that accomplishment away from you. Good for you. Take a slow inhale and a slow exhale. Breathing in and emptying out. One more time, deep inhale. Easy exhale. You are so very alive.